So we've just talked about how you bring subscribers to convert for you and then to get them excited because they're seeing their results, they're believing in themselves, and then they ascend the value ladder and they buy your product. That's not it. Do you remember at the beginning of this module, I told you about my $827,000 week? That happened because I had students and people who'd previously purchased my products tell everyone else about their experiences. I built an organic army. So while I made those sales in a single week, that's not the whole story because there was a lot of buildup to make that happen. I built an army, and you can too. And it kind of happens like this. These are fireworks. We've all seen fireworks, right? And we get impatient and we try to do all of the things and do them big all at once. Guys, I get it. I'm like one of those go big or go home people. But with building an organic army, you want to start with a long fuse. What do I mean by that? Each one of these fireworks is really a series of actions, a series of stacking the engagements, a series of different posts that went off together, kind of like a concert, kind of like a fireworks show. And when that one post took off and then had a longer fuse and it brought the next type of engagement, and then the next person saw it, and then the next person who saw it led to more people seeing it, before you know it, now you've got an explosion of people hearing about your product. And that happens because you've gotten your perfect people to buy, your perfect people to engage. You've gotten those perfect people to convert for you, gotten them to be excited about you, them to buy the next product, and then those perfect people grow and become your promoters. And that's what I want for your business. I want that organic army that's going to help you explode. And that happens as you attract them through the entire ecosystem. On your personal profile, you're going to track them as a friend interest list. In a group, you're going to collect them in your group and get them onto your emails. On your website, that's your emails. You're getting them into a place where you can pixel them in a list you can retarget. On your page, you're getting video views. You're getting page engagement audiences. On your messenger, you're getting people to, one, talk to your page back and forth, and then you're getting them to add themselves through quick replies to email and to SMS. You're bringing them through a journey with your business. And then the goal is to have your audience and your buyers become your advocates, become your promoters. Remember, guys, they used to be a stranger. They used to be somebody who didn't know who you were, and you brought them to buy from you, and now you're going to help them promote you. How does this happen? How does this technically happen? This happens as you create buckets of content, buckets of engagements. I call it an ad waterfall system. And this is when you post content and you create audiences of the people who've engaged on that content. I use my page for these almost exclusively, but that doesn't mean I'm ignoring the other parts of the ecosystem. But I'm using my page and I'm sharing content from my page into relevant groups, and I'm collecting those people who've engaged into an audience of people who've watched the video views, and then I'm sending them deeper into the cycle with me. I retarget the views with the views of the people who've watched those videos and engaged on that content with more content, with the next stage of content. So they go from believing that there's a problem out there and they have a problem to yes, there's a solution and the brand has the solution, to believing in themselves that they actually are worth investing in and they're worth seeing a difference in their lives. What are those buckets and how does the ad waterfall system work? The buckets work with your CVJ levels, your customer value journey levels. Bucket A are the people who are aware of you and of your brand. They're having a micro engagement with you and with your brand. This is bucket A. They find out about you and they just recognize that you exist. Next, you want to bring them deeper. This is bucket B. When they subscribe and they become excited for you and for your product. Bucket B, guys, I also consider that people who are tripwires to be part of this because they've taken some minor actions towards your brand and believing in themselves. So here they're not aware of you, and they don't know who you are. So they're becoming aware, and now they know who you are at the end of this journey. In this bucket, they know who you are, and they've taken action for you, but they've not taken the action that you really truly want them to take. They haven't ascended the value ladder yet, right? So they've subscribed and they're excited about your brand. Let's make it even deeper. Guys, remember, this is your worksheet. You've got this. I want you to while we're going through this lesson, I want you to write down what are the parts of content that you've already created inside of your business page. Do you have posts that help your reader become aware that there's a problem out there in a way that makes them feel good, look good, and have a good life for others? Are they aware? Write down those posts that you already know of. Write them out there. Next, in posts that get people to engage with you, do you have posts that you know are getting high levels of engagement? Awesome. Write those posts on your worksheet. You've got this worksheet. Make use of it. These are your buckets. So you know everyone in this section is bucket A. These two boxes, if they've engaged with those posts, they're bucket A, which means you can send them to bucket B's content. B's content, which is they're ready to go deeper with your brand. They're ready to subscribe. They're ready to have your tripwire. They're ready to be excited about what's coming next. You are ready to give them teasers and sneak peeks of what's coming. So here, you're creating bucket A. Write down the actual posts that you have on your page and your custom audiences that you're going to target. Move them to the next level, bucket, the left-hand turn when you're going through the next bucket, B. Ultimately, you're going to level C. You're taking the viewers who've watched one piece of content, driving them to more content, driving them to more content, until they become an army that promotes for you. Guys, there's a pump in this. It's a waterfall thing, and at the bottom, there's a pump. And this is why I love this image so much, because there's a pump that takes people who've already engaged with you and purchased from you. They're the end of the funnel, right? But it makes them into more buyers. It pumps them back up, brings on new life, and we get to actually grow faster. That's what I was able to do when I had my $827,000 week. I want the same thing for you. Okay, and that happens with bucket C when they ascend and earn. So you get people who've purchased from you, you're going to help them become a promoter and an advocate of you. And that's how you inspire your army. Now, I know you're probably wanting some marching orders. Like, what do I do? What's my check-in? What's my task that I'm gonna leave and go do? Because this seems scary, this seems overwhelming. I don't know if I can collect all of these audiences. I don't know if I can bring them from not knowing about me into a buyer, and into a buyer who drives more people right back into my funnel. What are your marching orders? These. I want you to pick a task on this list and just do this one task for this week. Focus on that task. Get good at it. Get good at collecting emails and making sure you get page video views. I want you to get good instead on creating your custom audiences. And then next week, pick another task in this ecosystem that you're going to grow. As you begin to grow your audience, you will grow your business because you're going to drive people through the waterfall to your sales. What are the results? The results are like these ladies. They've all gotten content to go viral. They've all built businesses. Some of them have quit really high-paying jobs so that they can stay home with their families, be marketers at home. If they can do it, guys, you can do it. I would love for you to help your customers get results for themselves as you serve them and as you sell to them.